It was kind of weird.
It was also the initial goal because they got hooked on the Phoenix and he wanted to cast the egg, but Monkey King didn't want to cancel the punch. He felt like the Phoenix was dead for sure, so he didn't want to commit the stun. I think he might have been in range and he decided not to. And he wanted to back, but then Nightfall was coming from the right. He was walking over and maybe telling his team that maybe we can fight, because he was really strong. So there was a bit of confusion on the other heroes whether we should go or back.
I mean, overall, that sequence of events could not have gone better for Level Up if their carry did not die there.
But WS is super happy. Look at his snap up. He is absolutely balling this game.
He's been left on an island in the top lane and he's farming up a storm thanks to the Kotl, right? The stacks coming into play there. His Helm of the Overlord is done at 13 minutes. This is a scary, scary timing. Let's see what he can get done with it.
If they can get Roche, that would be nice. Roche is going to be a very, very big target. And another hook onto Phoenix.
Dude,
no egg.
I mean, this Kaori Phoenix, it might be his signature, but it's not looking too hot right now. A Raw onto the Clinks after killing off the Bane. Woe is in trouble. Woe is dead. I mean, WS. This man right here, you said it before, he is the shining star right now. He's the main chef, and he is cooking the side of Level Up. Nice dodge.
This is snowballing out of control here.
Yikes. You got to stem the bleeding, Level Up. You got to slow the moves, but here's a hook, maybe trying to punish onto Mira. Still pretty tanky, still surviving, creating the distance and getting out. Ingrid gonna commit for that kill, able to remnant down back to the low ground. It's a small little pick there for Level Up to at least find something out of that exchange.
They're gonna get the stack as well. And this is just... This is terrible for Level Up. They have to find a way to fight back, but it just seems like they don't really have the tools to brute force through this 5-man, right? The ball is so strong. Like the last 2 exchanges, they were able to kill off the Phoenix right away before Phoenix could have done anything, but they still took worse trades.
Yeah.
If Phoenix is not killed off right away, how are they gonna win the fights?
I mean, dude, WS is quite literally A-clicking at them. Like just direction moving and A-clicking. And no one on Level Up can do anything about it.
Yeah, like I said, you have this Bane, Pudge, Hoodwink. They're all weak against Zoo heroes. You have multiple heroes that are weak against units.
WS just got to find another kill.
Yeah, that's the problem with drafting in the manner that Level Up did. They have too many heroes that are single target abilities and they cannot deal with the Zoo right now. And this timing that WS has is going to allow his team to take all the towers, get Roshan, and just take full control of the game.
He has a completed blink, by the way, 2 minutes after he finished that Helm Overlord.
Bro, he is just balling out of control. Like, he's going to kill anybody he sees at this point.
This Malaysian man is stacking up so many damn bits of gold. I mean, it's not even entirely him, right? Like, the rest of the team has also played to allow for him to amass this net worth.
Or should I say, Mikoto on the dishwasher.
Mikoto on the
dishwasher. It's his effort,
for real.
He's been forcing the heroes to, fight around him, react towards his aggression, and create a lot of space for the beast to farm.
100%.
And right now, Aurora, they already have full control on the triangle. They've been farming the enemy triangle. This is how you want to play Dota. You farm the enemy triangle, Mike, not your own triangle.
You farm a straight Pudge, you farm on the map, roll him so he can't get anything done. Even with his freshly picked up Aghanim's, they'll just rot himself to death that much quicker. 6k gold lead for Aurora, action's not over. Mira might go down though. That's the Clinks coming into the game a little bit there. Meanwhile, top lane action just does not stop, man. Everywhere you look, Aurora are making a play. A double kill from Mikoto. 1 in the bot lane, 1 in the top.
Yeah, this Monkey King is absolutely everywhere on the map right now. Power Treads, Desolator, any hero he finds, especially the support. You don't have Ghost Scepter, you have nothing against this physical damage from the Monkey King. You're just gonna get killed, every time he finds you. And you you're kind of like stuck in a pickle. Against Monkey King, if he's hunting you on the side lanes, what's the solution? You have to group up, right?
Yeah.
But even if you group up,
then you lose to the death ball.
You cannot fight the death ball that Aurora has, so they're kind of stuck in a position where nothing is good for them. The options that they have on what they can do in the game just doesn't feel good for the whole lineup.
Well, it doesn't feel good, but then comes the question, what do you need to do? What is the painful solution in this case? Or are level up already just so far behind?
They just don't really have any good solutions. Their draft just limited what they can do in the game too much. And if they're not snowballing from the start, they're gonna have a lot of problems, you know, because of the lineup. I think they can wait maybe for the A-gates to expire. You play on the high ground, you play on your vision, you land a good hook. Maybe you can win a team fight. But I think that is the option that gives you the best chances of coming back in the game. Because if you can land a really good hook, maybe you can win the fight. But if you don't land a good hook, you're taking the fight like honest man, like 5v5 honest man. I see you, see me, I run into you. That ain't gonna work with their lineup.
You're gonna run into your certain death. I feel like that's always the case with Pudge lineups, right? You always say, just one hook, please. Just if you can land one hook, we can win the game. But the problem is there's so much shit on the screen. I mean, WS, he's got balls, he's got birds, he's got creeps.
He's got dragons.
He's got dragons. He's got Nightfall of Illusions. He's got a bird that's happy to die. I mean, Curry's not having the best game, 0, 6, and 2, but it doesn't even matter. Aurora are steamrolling level up this time. Smoke's gonna break. Diving the wrong direction. Woe was the one to pop it open. They found Mikoto though. I mean, it's just a sleep TP situation because no one on level up really wants to engage. There's some nice time wasted. Aurora, they won't find anything for their troubles unless Woe runs right up to Kaori.
Time to get a gem to find these clinks.
Yeah.
It's probably a good moment to consider getting it. Like
Yeah,
usually between 20 minutes to 25, I think if you're playing against Invis heroes, True and Protectors, it's always nice to buy the gem. Especially when you're winning. I think I've always told you this, when you're winning, you want the gem to consolidate and extend your advantage. And even you're losing and you need the gem to kind of deward to give yourself a chance to come back into the game. So the gem is a very, very important item that you need to know when you have to precisely buy it.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time. I mean, WS Lord knows he can afford it. This man is rich.
Oh, he can buy anything he wants.
He can buy the whole shop, I think, at this point.
And this is the death ball right now. The Quarter Beastmaster SF death ball with the Phoenix. What can you do?
I really like the itemization as well. Both supports on Aurora going for 4 stars first. It's such a value item this game versus the Pudge and the Ember.
Yeah. All they need to do is keep Shadow Fiend alive.
Yeah. As long as you get away from the hook, right? Because you're saying the only way back into this is the hook. And you're trying to set that up with a slight chains, maybe a sleep. None of that's going to fly.
This is going to be the game ender right here, Mike. This smoke wrapping around.
A little bit of unfortunate timing there. WS blinks right as Inkrad is ready to slide. Because of that, he'll escape with his life.
Yep. If that connected, probably the game is going to be over. And right now, the game goes on.
Well, game would have been over, but they probably would have taken a lane of rats.
I mean, a team fight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, Mike.
Sorry. Didn't mean to.
We're still waiting for that hook, that dream hook.
I'm waiting for it. I believe in Baby 3 packs. He's got to line it up, but look at WS just guarding himself with his dragon.
He's hiding behind his pet.
Yeah. Hook. Okay, that was a bit short there. Not really something you like to hear. Did he blink for that or did he just walk up?
I think he just tried to walk up. And he caught a glimpse of him when he was jumping from tree to tree.
A 2-kill deficit, but 6k gold lead here for Aurora as they've drafted themselves a pretty straightforward macro strategy, giving level up 2 difficult options. Either you run into this Monkey King and get picked off on the map if you're splitting up, or you group up together. But then even when you group up together, you can't really fight the Aurora 5-man. Seems like level up are low on options right now. Low on resources, low on space on the map. I mean, their hope is that they can try and contest perhaps this Nyx Roche that's going to come up in maybe 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, they unfortunately can only play the waiting game. They have already lost all privileges in determining what happens in the game. They can only sit back and just wait for their opportunities. I believe they have one shot at the Roche fight or at some point.
Yeah, it really does feel like the Roche fight is going to determine everything,
yeah,
right?
Just one more fight if they can land a good hook with the chains or the sleeve. But then again, you already mentioned that both supports on Aura, they have 4 staffs.
Yeah.
So they are ready to deal with this combination coming out from level up.
Exactly. Starting out with the Dismember, instant 4-star. That's exactly what we were talking about. WS getting back in with the Raw. Mira does go down, but Level Up are not surviving this fight. The egg right in the middle, forcing Woe away. He'll get run down, and the only one to escape is the Ember from this initiation. The Hoodwink as well, able to scurry out to the south side, was never spotted. I mean, that was never gonna work. That was really just never... That was ambitious to say the least.
If you have to blink and bite on the Pudge, I think the fight is already over. The Pudge needs to hook a hero out of their, their team so that they can actually win the fight. If the Pudge is ever forced to blink and bite a hero in the middle of the engagement, yeah, that ain't gonna end well for you. I mean, I guess they were also kind of desperate that they saw a hero and they didn't really have any other way of initiating at that point because the Bane couldn't really get close enough. You're gonna see a replay of it. Okay, it's already over. He already blinked in here. They couldn't really get the jump on the other supports and the Bane got rolled and they can't. There's no way they can fight in the Wukong and the egg there. No chance. There's no way. If you don't get a hook and you don't break the opponent's formation or the team fight, you're not winning the team fight. Just know. Like if Aurora, they're ready, they're grouped up, everybody is ready next to each other, there's no way Level Up is going to win that fight. But if they can somehow upset the balance of the formation, hook someone away, isolate a target, then maybe they can win a team fight. If it's like a scrappy team fight happening all over the place, the Clinks and the Pudge are going to dominate. But if it's a ball, then Aurora is going to always win the 5v5.
Aurora right now feels like regardless of where they are on the map, they're winning these engagements. It just feels like it has to be such a specific setup for Level Up to get anything done. In fact, I feel like it's been such a long time since I've seen Level Up get anything done that I don't even know what that picture looks like anymore.
They just can't. It's just
you're
limited by your heroes.
You're playing Hoodwink, Bane, Pudge, and Clinks. These heroes scream set up on the side lane, set up for pickoffs. There's just no real pickoff that feels good to try and find on Aurora right now. They're always at least paired up or at least completely stuck together as we see on our screen now. Smoke's gonna break Queasy. Gonna get bored up. And probably dead. Nice hook. Oh,
that was a mishap.
Yep, not what they wanted. A bit unfortunate. I just didn't rely on his teammate. Okay, maybe 3pack's gonna show himself right in front of the rest of Aurora, and Hatred will drop as well. So Level Up, not expecting at all for Aurora to be able to make that jump, but they were completely mistaken.
And that's what playing the waiting game for 20 minutes does to you. You're waiting and you can't do anything and you get eager, you get antsy, you try to do something and then you all die.
It's tough out here if you're Level Up.
The pressure is going to get to you, If you just sit back and you can't really do much because of the lineup, then I mean it's a very human thing. You're stuck in your base the whole time. And the moment you get a chance, you're gonna like risk something. You go out and then you get caught.
Yeah. You'd think that after preparing for it or waiting for a chance for 20 minutes straight, you'd be spot on it, but not the case and the slightest. We'll see a replay of that. It's just one of those events where you feel like they're lacking the focus because they already lose the Hoodwink, and then Baby 3packs just kind of walks up to the ward and tries to hit it, or the ball actually, not a ward. And now walks out again, dies again. This Pudge pick was not really the solution. In fact, I'd argue to say at this point it's starting to become a problem.
I can see the vision, Mike. I can see the vision of the Pudge, but just maybe not with this specific setup with Bane and Hoodwink. I think they needed more team fighting supports. Because the problem with Pudge is he's a single target hero.
Yeah.
And I always talk about drafts where you need to be able to cover your boxes. If one hero doesn't do much in the team fights, you're very good at pick off, then you need the other heroes to kind of fill up your gap. But because Vayne and Pudge, including Chloe, they're all kind of similar heroes.
Yeah.
Even Klinks, you can argue Klinks is also kind of the same category where they're very good at pick-offs, like killing one hero.
Yeah.
But when it comes to 5v5, they just do not match up.
Yeah, there's like zero team fight on level up at all. The closest thing you have to a team fight is maybe like a 2 or 3 man bushwhack, or you want to consider the Ember being able to get into the back line. It's not really what you're looking at. Raw into the BKB, that's a tad awkward. Should be able to TP Nightfall out against Nightfall himself. We're gonna start to go on to Nightfall. Able to Hurricane Pike himself away, thinking about the rack. Okay. Shall I play it safe here? Ooh, that was close. Baby 3packs tries again. Let's just heal up Nightfall.
And they're gonna wait for the roll, 20 seconds. There's no need for them to rush. They have the map, they have the upper hand. They do not want to give level up any chance to come back in the game. Patience is key, even if you're 13k ahead at this point.
Sure. And we heard it in the interview with Xnova just now. We're currently in the stage of Dota where going up to the high ground is just so complicated, right? You never really want to go up there with
buybacks and everything.
Yeah.
It's so
and you can't underestimate level up because they still have a lot of damage on their heroes. They just don't have the opportunity to use it. So if you find yourself in a bad position on that high ground, you can very much get gunned down by this Klinks. Slow but steady siege. Nice hook. Pulling on to Nightfall. How have they found that? What an angle there. The 4 staffs helping out though. There's the Raw. Nice sleep save. Trying to bail out Inkrat, but the chain stuns are just too clean from Aurora. They'll wipe out the Ember. Another hook. Okay. Okay, all you need is 1 or 2 hooks. Mikoto in some trouble getting Fiend Script up right now, but able to retreat away. BKB's forced out, Ink right there. They have to try and full commit for it. Woe will focus it down and they'll get the Kaori Phoenix. The rest of Aurora now on the run with Inkrat leading the charge on the chase. Looking towards Mira, maybe Aurora want to stand their ground and fight. Nightfall turning around trying to find a hit. Looking onto auto-attacking down this Klinks. Mikoto on the backline kills off the Klinks, but they might lose Nightfall for it. He's still surviving, but with the Requiem will get himself the kills, and WS turns around, swipes down that Ember. And that is a dieback for Inkrat. I mean, you can't really blame Level Up for going for that play. That got really hairy, really close, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough, Winter.
Yeah, just imagine if they weren't so far behind, that fight could have just been the perfect fight for Level Up. But they were just too far behind. Like the Ember did so much, 8,000 damage in that fight, but just couldn't. Yeah, there's just too much HP to go through. The heals from the Cotter, the Phoenix.
Yeah, if you think about it, everything also went well, right? From Level Up, they got a full grip on the Koto. They managed to buy back on the Ember, put out a lot of his damage. Baby 3packs basically got a free Aegis grab just from